A lot of fun inside the boatyard, wasn't it?
It was indeed. Unfortunately, the yachts had already been taken out of the boatyard because they actually do it quite quickly. They do it within about 5 days. It would be nice, but I think it was a bit off limits as well because so those guys really work hard, and it brings a lot of employment to South Africa. But when it actually comes to the boats, they actually use the people. People are flown in because they're the ones who actually install it. It's very specialised as well, and Ian will tell us more as well. But great, and lots of money to keep these boats going, and obviously you don't want too much damage while you're out on the ocean as well.
One man that wants his boat in absolute tip-top shape is Ian Walker. He's the skipper of Abu Dhabi Racing. They were the very first yacht to come into Cape Town. So you guys had a very good first leg.
It was a perfect first leg for us. It was very tight for the first week. I think every team led the race for a while, but we managed to get ahead sort of around the doldrums, around the equator, and sort of fended everybody off for the last 10 days or so. So only 12 minutes ahead when we arrived in Cape Town after 25 days. So it was pretty close.
You are the winner of 2 Olympic medals, 2 silvers, 96 and 2000. You also trained a gold medal at the Olympic Games. How prestigious is the Volvo Ocean Race, considering everything that you've done in the sailing world?
Well, I think sort of the sailors sort of see sort of several peaks in the sport. You've got the Olympics, which is small boat sailing. You have the Volvo Ocean Race, which is offshore sailing, the fully crewed offshore sailing, and then the America's Cup, which is like the sort of Grand Prix inshore sailing. And so if you really wanted to try and sort of dominate the whole sport, you'd try and win a gold medal and then win the Volvo Ocean Race and then win the America's Cup. But we're sort of we're working away at it. I got a couple of medals. I promise it takes me about 12 years each time to get to the top. But this is very early days in this race. We've got an awful long way to go. So we're excited to win the first leg. We've had a great stay in Cape Town, and unfortunately the nature of this race is you just get comfortable somewhere, make new friends, and you have to leave again.
Yeah, just obviously winning the first leg, you must be very, very happy indeed. But now going to your home port, Abu Dhabi, I'm sure that'll be, that's one that you really would like to win as well. Going back to your home port.
Yeah, more than any other leg, we'd like to win this race, and we had tremendous support there last race, and it's a fantastic time of year. It's Christmas, New Year. We're desperate to do well on this leg, but I guess we can't think about that too much. We've just got to try and just do all the boring stuff right and not make too many mistakes, and hopefully good things will happen.
In the last edition of the race, 2011-2012, you guys ended in 5th place. What were the lessons that you took from there that you are helping to try and employ to go one better and actually be at the top of the podium this time?
Well, I heard you talking about one design racing, and the big difference this time is we don't have to design and build our own boat, and most of our mistakes were early on. We didn't have as fast a boat as we needed for various reasons: time, money, preparation, experience. So this time it's a level playing field, as you say. We've built a very experienced team. We've learned a lot from the previous race. We've got fantastic sponsors in Abu Dhabi, and we just got our heads down, and at the moment it's going well. So I guess you get better every time you do these things. You always learn from your mistakes, and then we plan well for the future.
Each and every single one of your crew members has a very specific task on board. I mean, how do you actually make sure that you're selecting the right people and like the makeup of the crew? How long does that decision-making process actually take?
It's a question I get asked a lot. How do you pick the team? And I guess people look to that in business as well as in sport. And there's certain key skills we need. As you rightly say, I need some bowmen. I need enough people who can steer. I need someone who can do the pit, and I need strong guys for winding the pedestals. But actually in offshore sailing you need to be very flexible. There's only 8 people on board, so only 4 people on deck at any one time, and so everybody has to do a bit of everything. So it's, yes, we need the key skills, yes, we need people who can also do other jobs, and then the last thing really is I want nice people. I want people, we spend a lot of time together in a very cramped space, and tempers can fray and you get tired, and everybody has their bad days. So we really look to the personality of people and finding people that you knew you'd be able to spend time with.
Sailing is a life lesson.
There's plenty of life lessons in the Volvo Ocean Race.
All right.
And just hope you get that. Eventually win the Volvo Ocean Race. I know that'll be another one. Just what's the stay like being in Cape Town? Obviously a bit of recuperation after the first leg. What's the stay been like in Cape Town?
Well, just look around you. The sailors all love coming to Cape Town. I think fantastic food. It's such an iconic place. I can tell you, when you've had 3 weeks at sea and then you see Table Mountain appearing sort of in the cloud, and you sort of see land for the first time in maybe 2 weeks, It's a pretty cool sight, and because it's the end of the first leg, I think we're even more desperate to get to shore. So, look, we love Cape Town. Everyone makes us very welcome. The fantastic local people, the volunteers. It's got a great spirit about the place. So it's always sad to leave, but as I say, that's what we do. We go to these fantastic places. We start to enjoy ourselves, and then we have to leave.
What is the competition? I mean, are there any yachts that you sort of look out for the second leg, and also what is the difference of the first leg? You victorious, the second leg, or what's the difference between the second leg and the first leg, and who do you see your major competition coming from?
Well, two big questions. I mean, it's all the legs are different. As we go around the weather systems of the world, the first leg was a lot of downwind sailing all the way in the trade winds down to Brazil and then into the Southern Ocean. This time round we sort of do it almost in reverse. So a bit of Southern Ocean to start with, leaving here, and then more upwind sailing as we go up in towards the Gulf. Obviously, it gets hotter and hotter as we travel towards the equator. So we're sailing through these weather patterns, and there's different stages of the race. As for the competition, I think it's all settling down at the moment. We don't really know. In the first leg, ourselves and Dongfeng and Brunel, who are the three teams who probably did the most training for this race, were at the top. But I think all the other teams, they're going to catch up very quickly. Their learning curve is much steeper than ours because they haven't been training as long. So I think we'll see the racing getting closer and closer, which I think is great for the watching public. It's not so good for my nerves or my hair loss, but it's great for the race fans out there. So I think it would be very hard for me to pick a boat. If you're asking me to, I think Brunel, I have a lot of respect for their navigator and skipper. I think they'll be very strong, hopefully ourselves. The girls are giving us a hard time at the moment as well, so I think we'll have to wait and see. Ask me in about 3 months' time.
I love the way he says the girls. I wouldn't like to be referred to as the girls. That's Team SCA. We're going to be chatting to their skipper as well as some of their crew members in a short while right here on Morning Live. Ian Walker, the skipper of Abu Dhabi Racing, thank you very much, and all the best of luck as you go to your home port.
All the best.
All right, so time now for us.